Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Leagues. Last time we unlocked our Echo bosses and they got the better of us. This time, that changes. Starting off the day with our second fight cave completion. We actually got a Slayer test for it this time, but I know exactly what to do with this second cape. All you gotta do is turn in your extra fire cape to the inferno for another 200 points. We got lots of ways to earn tackle around here, and I got just enough to buy a Tox-Ek. Do you guys actually try to pronounce the names, or do you just say like Obsidian Sword? Our first completion at the Grotesque Guardians, and we've got an 80-point task with a couple of combat achievements. Unfortunately not first time lucky, but that was an easy fight. 11 kills in and we got our first granite ring. Of course throwing that thing on your finger is gonna be a task, but apparently I could have got this by throwing on a granite maul too. Kill number 30 brings us our Mortania Echo Orb. I am so excited to see these bosses, I'm gonna jump in right away. Has anyone checked out the examine text for some of these? Crystallized, stonebound rage swirls within. With one swift throw of the hammer, we have our first Echo boss defeated. And I'm sure as many of you know, our first Echo boss completion unlocks the next mastery. And since we've already maxed out ranged, we're gonna be going straight down the melee route. Do I need to leave and come back? Are these things ever gonna spawn again? Like, come on now. Ooh, okay. That happened quicker than I thought. We got the Gloves of the Dam on 6KC. That's what I like to see. And putting that on as a task, right? Oh yeah, you know it. A tragedy of the highest proportions. I'm almost done with the best place to AFK in Leagues. That's 99 cooking, with 99 fishing coming soon. But we can always go to the second best place in Leagues to AFK to compensate. 99 thieving as well. Completing at least 75 clues of each gets us so many collection log slots. 350 for another 200 points. At the start of our big Barrows grind, we've got 99 hit points, which will unlock our Tier 7 relic. So my choice for Tier 7 might be a little bit controversial, simply because I was talking up the Grimoire as much as I possibly could. But believe it or not, I think I'll actually be picking Overgrown. So the main reason that I'm not going to be picking the Grimoire this time is the fact that its DPS increase with the prayers isn't really that substantial, especially when you try to take into account how good your Echo items and passive upgrades really are. So for me, I'm already gonna have the Lunar Spellbook, and I don't necessarily need Ancient or Arceus Spellbook either. Blood Magic, of course, would be nice, but we kinda already got that going on with our Relics and Guthans. It just kinda feels like Overgrown is gonna carry us all the way to 99 farming and Herblore. And the reason why I choose it over Pocket Kingdom, for instance, is because I can already buy as much coal as I possibly need to be able to get smithing all the way up to. Apparently, I actually have to unlock it at a bank, so it'll give me an item. So now that we finally have the Gloves of the Damned, we should probably go out of our ways to get a actually matching Barrows set. With the Clue Compass, this makes it so easy. Able to teleport to the Strange Old Man the second we get to the chest. And then without even going through the maze, we can teleport straight to the Barrows chest as well. And now I have to admit, I absolutely thought there would be a whole bunch more tasks to do with Barrows. Honestly, completing the Barrows collection log slot, I was assuming would actually be a task, but it's not. But at the very least, we got some juicy collection log slots out of the way. But with all that being said, we got our first full set of Torag's armor and our first full set of Barrows armor equipped, which gave us 160 league points. Checking out the collection log, we're about halfway there, but we haven't gotten Carol's or Guthans yet, which was kind of what I was shooting for. Man, my second pet this Leagues, that is nuts. Some people don't even get these on the main game. And I always want to point out that there are not boosted drop rates for pets. But we knew 99 fishing was not far away, and that's another maxed out skill. Okay, maybe I've been here for way too long, but 25 mil cooking is a really nice milestone. With the Gloves of the Damned, all of the Barrows equipment is on crack, and none more than the Darrock set. I cannot wait to see exactly how hard this can hit. 1750 total level. And as you can tell from the inventory, we've done a few Barrows runs. So all we gotta do is throw these bad boys on, and that's the entire Varric set completed. Oh, and reach a bonus of 30 prayer. That's kinda nice. Next up on the scene is going to be the Magic Gear. An entire Aram set completed. And thrown on this bad boy is the entire Guthan set as well. The only thing we're missing is one Carol's helmet, and we'll have completely green-logged Barrows. But now that we actually have a full set of Barrows gear, the Gloves of the Damned, we might be able to take on the DKs, especially since I looked up online to see that the safe spot for Rex still works for the Echo Rex. And honestly, since we don't have to worry about the physical attacks coming our way, I don't even need to try to prayer switch or anything. It's easy enough to keep up just sitting here. As the poison shows up, you just have to take a step back every now and then, and you have like 5 or 6 spaces to be able to step back for this safe spot. So you almost never run out of room. Now, as soon as the boss is under 350 health, the whole god-dang arena starts filling with poison, and you need to start running around basically kiting Rex. Oh, by the way, Rex has 2 safe spots. This one's just worse. It's this kiting him around the room thing that I'm not necessarily too good at just yet. The shoot and run. Not quick enough because I'm not trying to dodge the poison. I need to dodge Rex. But as soon as I get kiting him down and avoiding poison at the same time, we got some new jewelry to take care of ourselves. But not just yet. I'm not even going to cope about it this time because I know it's a skill issue. And the only way to fix that is to ram your head against that wall until you break it. And that's the first kill of our Echo boss. And of course we have to pick our newest mastery too, picking up any loot that we can see here. And oh my god, are you serious? The Emperor's Ring on the first KC? Hell yeah, we'll take that. Okay, so if the boss is anything like the Grotesque Guardians, this is probably not going to leave. Woo! Okay, we're not dead. And I don't know if you guys saw, but equip 2 Echo items was another task while we were leaving. Sure, I'm not exactly prayer flick, and I'm just letting the refrigerator carry me through here, but there are a few things that I've learned while just trying to cheese these DKs. Apparently, if you don't hit one of the DKs before the fight is over, that DK that you didn't hit won't drop any loot. So if you just safe spotted Rex and then kited him around the room, you're only getting 1 drop from Rex. You're not getting it from Prime or Supreme. So make sure to give them at least 1 hit when you walk in the room. 25 million thieving experience. Kinda sucks that the combat stats don't have that 25 mil mark, but whatever. They don't want to hand out points this leagues. With just a little bit of trial and error, we're really starting to get these Echo bosses down, and that's 25 Echo bosses defeated. We got absolutely spooned on the ring, but the Amulet of the Monarchs took its time. At 43 KC, we finally got that bad boy on. Also absolutely surprised by no one, there's another task for equipping our 3rd and final Echo item. But technically, because of the areas we chose, there's a few more that we can still slap on. Taking care of a little bit of Slayer, and we just got a speed trial task off of the Echo Guardians. That's pretty awesome. Not only that, but with that speed trialist task, we've unlocked the medium combat achievement diaries. Now that we got our lamp and hilt in hand, it's hard to decide what we put these lamps on. And for the most part, I think I'm just going to choose the skill that I have the least amount in. And we just got base level 40 and 50 because of it. Now, because of our Golden God Relic, we've received 50 million Magic XP. And I'm not even alching anything that gives us a value. I'm just trying to alch some stuff simply for experience. That's why I was alching arrow sheps for a while. A skill that's not a combat skill, so that's 35 million cooking experience for another task done. I found yet another quest we could complete, and it's always a boost when we have a league task attached to it. If you're looking for trouble, make that double for another task completed for completing meet and greet. Blast furnacing our first of the 100 mithril bars, and this is going to be the solution to our 99 smithing as well. Just like the animal shelter, I have been looking all over for this goddamn dog, and that's another 10-point task. Keeping with the philosophy of running my head into a wall until I break it, we've got complete Wave 6 of the Fortis Colosseum. Oh, I turned on my recorder because I thought that was a task, but the elite combat task denied was completed. I've not been able to make it very far, maybe wave 7 or 8 before I start tanking. But as soon as I see a piece of gear in my loot, I'm taking it. As always, as soon as you get something new, plop that bad boy on to complete a task. This entire leagues, we've had around 5 prayer potions to our name, but now with the overgrown relic, we have so many. And man, oh man, does Jagex really want you to make prayer potions, because cleaning herbs and making the potion is a task. We are truthfully just here for pure essence, but you know what? I'm not going to be sad if I get the little creator. But it doesn't look like we did. Alright, we've been going out of our way to get the 75 of each tier of Clue Casket. And most of the time, that's going to ensure that we have all of the collection logs for the tasks in that tier as well. So when we get to the end of this stack of caskets, I shouldn't ever have to do another medium clue. And this one right here is our 75th medium clue for another 30-point leagues task. And I tell you, some of these tasks seem a little underwhelming compared to others. Like, you're telling me this was easier than kill a lesser demon? Doing my best to sound like a broken record, we've got enough hard caskets to get the 75 mark, and we should never have to touch them again after this. And this time we did actually get it perfect with 75 hard clue caskets. I'm starting to really enjoy getting Jad for a Slayer task, and that's the Fight Cave Speed Trials. Shoot, I almost forgot. You gotta gamble the cape after every single new completion. Can we get lucky? Just to get the task out of the way, completing the Fight Caves 5 times is a 200-point task, but I do believe that you have to complete it 10 times for another 400 points. It finally happened. 50 million thieving experience, and now we don't have to do thieving anymore either. What did I tell you? There's always points sitting in your bank. Like, equip a god book for literally 200 points. That's nuts. For the most part, I just find myself wandering into places and seeing what I can get away with. Like killing the Phantom Muspa with essentially no prep time or guide. It took me 5 minutes, but most of that was just waiting for his Predator Drain. I did not have any Sapphire Bolts. For 50 grand, you can get the Helm of Nezenot. And don't forget to kill a yak while you're here. We've been making our rounds around the place just to see if we can't complete any really easy tasks that are like sitting in the wind. Like defeat all of the monsters in the Fremennik Slayer caves. And no, of course I didn't bring my mirror shield, so that's why my stats look like poop. I've barely used magic at all this leagues, but switching to the Lunar Spellbook gets you 10 points. Now, believe it or not, everybody, that's actually where we're gonna call it. We've got a couple of things to get done, like 150 kills of each one of the Dagannoth kings. So while we're working on that, we'll get back to you until next time. Please leave down in the comments below if you want to see anything in the next video, but we've got to hit the Colosseum and get the last relic unlocked.